Before we start, we just wanted to say we're only covering rumors related to Sonic games, not comics, cartoons, movies, or non-Sonic games like Super Smash Bros. We're also not including elaborate hoaxes, just rumors. That said, let's jump in. Ever since the release of the original Sonic the Hedgehog game, there's been a slew of schoolyard rumors. One absurd yet persistent rumor is that it's possible to unlock a firearm in various Sonic games, starting with Sonic 1. These rumors usually say Sonic can unlock anything from a pistol to a rocket launcher by doing a specific set of actions or using cheat codes. These rumors may have even inspired the creation of the Shadow the Hedgehog game. According to the former head of Sonic Team, Yuji Naka, they received many letters from kids asking to give Sonic a gun, which led to them giving Shadow a gun in his own game. Another schoolyard rumor sprung up after Sonic 2's release. The rumor stated that when Sonic gets squished in Metropolis Zone, there's a small chance to see a pancaked Sonic fall off the screen, followed by a pair of eyeballs. No proof of this exists, however, and there's no evidence of a squished Sonic or his loose eyeballs in the game's data. Although we've covered it in past videos, it's worth mentioning there were rumors of secret levels hidden within Sonic 2. These levels turned out to be the Cut Hidden Palace Zone, which was shown off in magazines and special events before Sonic 2's release. Although 90s rumors aren't well documented, one was so persistent it's still brought up to this day. There's been conflicting rumors about Michael Jackson's involvement in the composition of Sonic 3's soundtrack for many years. In March 2006, YouTube user QJimbo made a video titled Michael Jackson's Sonic 3, detailing evidence of Jackson's involvement. Their evidence included how Carnival Night Zone's theme had a similar breakdown to Jackson's song Jam, and how the Sonic 3 credits theme had a similar chord progression to Stranger in Moscow. Some tracks also had distinctive vocalizations reminiscent of Jackson's style. Many of Jackson's collaborators were also credited on Sonic 3, including Brad Buxer, Doug Grisby III, and Sirocco, aka C. Sirocco Jones. And there's already a connection between the two entities, as Sega had worked on Jackson's Moonwalker game. Fans speculated that Jackson was replaced and uncredited due to child abuse allegations surfacing during production of Sonic 3. The Sonic & Knuckles collection for PC fanned the flames of this rumor, as it used different music and didn't feature the Jackson-esque vocalizations. However, this may be due to the collection's soundtrack being converted to a MIDI format for PC, which struggled to reproduce the same sounds as the Genesis. Some parts of the rumor were confirmed in a 2005 interview with Roger Hector, the ex-director of the Sega Technical Institute. Hector claimed the child abuse scandal emerged during work on Sonic 3, leading to Sonic Spinball composer Howard Drawson rewriting much of Sonic 3's music. However, fans believe Jackson's songs are still in the game. Similarities emerged over the years, such as the Glass Smash sample in Carnival Night Zone also being in Jackson's In the Closet. In 2009, French magazine Black and White spoke to keyboardist Brad Buxer, a frequent Jackson collaborator who was credited in Sonic 3. He confirmed Jackson worked on Sonic 3, but as he'd never played it himself, Buxer couldn't confirm if the tracks made it into the game. However, he and other songwriters for Sonic 3 have contradicted Hector, stating Jackson withdrew his credit as he was unhappy with how his tracks sounded on the Genesis sound hardware. Buxer also confirmed Stranger in Moscow was based on the Sonic 3 end credits theme. In 2009, Sega released Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, where the first official acknowledgement of Jackson's involvement was made. Buxer's name surfaced again in 2013. He'd written a song called Hard Times with part of the group The Jetsons, which sounded almost identical to Ice Cap Zone Act 1. Buxer later confirmed he repurposed the song for Sonic. Game Trailers' Pop Fiction also looked into the mystery, finding both sides of the story somewhat true. Jackson indeed had issues with the sound quality, and backed away from the project while giving his blessing for his team to continue. At the same time, Sega wished to distance themselves from Jackson due to the controversy surrounding him. Hector told Game Trailers that Jackson loved Sonic 2, and asked to be shown around the Sega Technical Institute. While he was visiting, Jackson was asked by a developer if he'd like to work on the soundtrack for Sonic 3. Though Hector denied Jackson's work made it into the final game, a source involved with the game's development confirmed to Game Trailers that Jackson's work did make it in. They cited Carnival Night Zone specifically as a song that still contained Jackson's work. They also confirmed Jackson wanted Black and White to be in Sonic 3, but encountered resistance from his own lawyers. Sonic & Knuckles was also the subject of rumors. The Sonic & Knuckles cartridge featured lock-on technology, which let players plug other games on top of the cartridge. By plugging Sonic 3 on top, players can play through both games as one with new features, and by inserting Sonic 2, players can play as Knuckles through the entire game instead of Sonic. This feature led to rumors that Knuckles could be played played in Sonic 1 if the cartridge was plugged into the top of Sonic & Knuckles. More outlandish rumors said plugging Echo the Dolphin or Streets of Rage 2 into the cart would unlock Sonic in those games as a playable character. According to TV tropes, even the Australian magazine Sega Megazone claimed you could play as Tails in Sonic 1 using the lock-on tech. However, plugging these cartridges into Sonic & Knuckles easily debunks the rumors, as they simply trigger the incompatible "No Way" screen when booted up. That said, inserting Sonic 1 into Sonic & Knuckles does unlock something, a collection of Blue Sphere bonus stages. Some rumors spread saying you could unlock a playable character such as Hyper Tails, Metal Sonic, or Robotnik if you played through every Blue Sphere level after Sonic 1 is put into Sonic & Knuckles. However, this isn't the case. Due to the way the levels are generated, there's over 100 million stages to be played. But as TV Tropes points out, if each level is solved in just 2 minutes, it'd take around 400 years of continuous play to beat them all. There's also nothing in the game data suggesting there's unlockable or unused characters. There was also a rumor that you could beat the robot in Angel Island Act 1 before it torches the area. This would apparently leave the entire area lush and untorched. However, destroying the robot before it leaves isn't possible. The rumor probably stems from the fact that you can hit the robot in the same fashion as a boss. 1996's Sonic 3D Blast also attracted the rumor mill, with some alleging a secret level select menu was hidden in the game. Apparently, if players hit or jiggled the cartridge while the game was actually running, a message would appear saying, "Congratulations, you found the secret level select screen." Then the select screen would start. This rumor turned out to be true, but the level select wasn't planned as an unlockable feature. The game's programmer, John Burton, explained the situation on his YouTube channel, Game Hut. To make sure 3D Blast made it past Sega's quality checks, which looked for things like bugs and crashes, Burton coded the game to redirect to a secret level select instead of an error screen in the event of a crash. This meant if the game did crash, testers at Sega would just think they'd unlocked a secret menu, and the game would be approved. It was never meant for the level select to be found by disrupting the cartridge. Hitting it just glitches the game. Before Sonic Adventure was unveiled, rumors circulated that a new Sonic & Knuckles game was in the works for the Dreamcast. However, no such game turned up, and when Sega showed off Sonic Adventure, it became clear the rumor was idle speculation. After the completion of Sonic Adventure in 1998, rumors popped up that Sonic Team would split into multiple smaller teams. This rumor was addressed by Yuji Naka, who said he couldn't answer whether the team would be broken into smaller units. In the end, Sonic Team did split in two. One half, led by Naka, remained in Japan to work on new franchises like Choo Choo Rocket, Samba de Amigo, and Phantasy Star Online. The other, named Sonic Team USA, moved to San Francisco to develop Sonic Adventure 2. In October 1999, shortly before Sonic Adventure 2 was announced, IGN reported Sonic 3 would be coming to the Dreamcast. A quote, very reliable source in Japan told them that Sonic 3 on Dreamcast will be an enhanced version, similar to Sonic Adventure, with a lot more. It's possible that someone saw footage of Sonic Adventure 2 and believed it to be a remake of Sonic 3, but even that would be a stretch. An often repeated rumor about Adventure 2 was that at some point in development it was meant to have branching storylines. An example was described in the UK's official Dreamcast magazine, issue number 7. Sonic would be trapped aboard a sinking submarine, and the player would have a choice to either escape the sub or try to pilot it. This rumor was dispelled by game historian Liam Robertson after several outlets, us included, mistakenly reported the rumor as fact. Robertson had asked Takashi Iizuka about it directly, and was told it was never a feature. The existence of Shadow the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat were rumored as early as April 2000. The rumors seemed to originate from IGN's defunct website Sega Dojo, after they spoke to an electronics boutique representative that had visited a game discussion at Sega HQ in San Francisco. The representative spoke of a female bat named Nails, who is said to be a spy. He also mentioned a dark version of Sonic, a shadow that only had one eye in some of the concept art. Official art confirming this claim was eventually shown in 2016. Shadow was formally unveiled in the first trailer for Sonic Adventure 2 at E3 2000. He remained a mystery for many months, but Shadow and Rouge's names were leaked by toy company Resource at the Toy Fair in February 2001. Resource was advertising its third series of Sonic Adventure figures, which was set to include Shadow and Rouge. Resource went out of business before they were able to release these figures. There were other less credible rumors. Some rumors stated that Tails wouldn't be in Adventure 2, and that Metal Sonic would be the villain. Some rumors also said Sonic would be kidnapped, and that Tails, Knuckles, and Amy would rescue him. Official Dreamcast magazine claimed that 5 new characters from Genesis, Game Gear, and arcade Sonic titles would be added to the game. This meant characters like Mighty, SBO, Vector, and others might appear in the game. However, the final game had very few returning characters outside of the core cast. After Adventure 2's release, rumors spread about various Chao forms. Since Chao could be bred and trained to achieve new forms and colors, many rumored forms spread online. One rumor spoke of a chameleon Chao that changed color as the player moved the camera, and another told of a big Chao that was twice the size of a normal Chao. It was also rumored Omo Chao could be unlocked as a Chao. There were even rumors of secret unlockable items like the Chao cookie, which boosts a Chao's stats. A more gruesome rumor said Chao could be stillborn. However, none of these rumored forms were actually in the game. In late 2000, rumors popped up of a 10th anniversary Sonic game. This was believed to be a Sonic compilation featuring all of Sonic's Genesis, 32X, Sega CD, and Saturn games on 2 GD ROMs. However, no compilation ever surfaced. In 2000 and 2001, a few rumors emerged that Sega and Nintendo were working on a crossover RPG for both the Dreamcast and GameCube featuring Mario and Sonic. The crossover RPG was said to have characters like Sonic, Knights, Virtual Fighter Kids, Mario, Donkey Kong, and Pikachu. The Dreamcast version would apparently have been titled Sega and Nintendo, the Cosmo Cube, with the GameCube version being titled Nintendo and Sega, the Dream Come True. The rumors became so rampant that then President of Sega of America, Peter Moore, commented on the rumors. Moore told IGN he thought the rumors were just wishful thinking, but he wouldn't be surprised if Sega and Nintendo worked together in some way on future games. Moore's comments seemed to put an end to most speculation. One of the Sonic series' most persistent rumors is the existence of a Sonic Adventure 3. One of the earliest rumors of a Sonic Adventure 3 was posted in May 2002 by several outlets, claiming the game had entered development. The rumor also alleged the game would release on GameCube and Xbox, and that it had Sonic, Shadow, Tails, and Knuckles as playable characters. The game would also have the best camera system ever seen in any platform ever. This, unfortunately, wasn't the case. Takashi Iizuka believes the series has advanced beyond the adventure titles, and confirmed the only way a third game would happen is if the gameplay evolved to a point where they'd feel justified naming it Adventure 3. However, some fans believe 2006's Sonic the Hedgehog is the missing Sonic Adventure 3, as the game shares many similarities with the adventure titles. Sonic Unleashed was also titled Sonic World Adventure in Japan, which could be seen as the third entry. In May 2002, the Sonic fan site SonicHQ.net reported on 2 rumored games. These were a game titled Sonic and Shadow for the Game Boy Advance, and Chao Racing, which was also for a GBA release. While Chao Racing was self-explanatory, Sonic and Shadow was presumably a platformer. However, the site provided no info on either game besides their names, and the titles never came about. A few rumors also spread after the release of Sonic Heroes. It was rumored that you could unlock Metal Sonic in the game by getting an A rank in every stage, just like in Adventure DX. Another rumor said that getting an A rank on everything would unlock Team Metal, who would chase Team Sonic throughout their stages. A rumor about the voice cast of the Sonic games popped up after the release of Sonic Advance 3. This was the final game in the series with the original Sonic Adventure voice cast. From Shadow the Hedgehog onwards, they were replaced by the cast from Sonic X. The game also marked the last time Eggman's voice actor, Dean Bristow, would record new lines for the character before his passing. Some Sonic fans speculated that Bristow's passing is what made Sega replace the existing voice lineup with the Sonic X cast, but this wasn't true. In 2008, Sonic fan site SonicScene.net interviewed Eggman's current voice actor, Mike Pollock. Pollock revealed that the choice to replace the adventure cast with Sonic X's was made before Bristow's passing. Pollock said it was a business decision, which also lines up with statements from Simon Jeffrey, who was president of Sega of America until 2009. Jeffrey told SonicStadium.org, "Sega of America are a subsidiary of Sega of Japan. They reside in Japan and do not come under my jurisdiction at all. Likewise, Sega of America has no say in the voice casting." There was another small rumor surrounding the Japanese version of Shadow the Hedgehog. Apparently, Maria's death scene was more graphic and featured red blood. However, in reality, the scene obscures any graphic imagery, just like in the West. Rumors also popped up around 2006's Sonic the Hedgehog. There was a rainbow gem in the game's demo that could be found at the store but couldn't be bought. This led to fans assuming it'd be in the final game, but when the game released, the gem was nowhere to be found. This led to rumors the gem was hidden and had to be unlocked through some feat. This ranged from beating all the game's hard mode stages, finishing every stage quickly, or finishing every stage with a perfect score. Fans were fueled by the idea that the gem would unlock the ability to turn into Super Sonic. However, the rainbow gem was cut from the final game, despite it originally being planned to unlock Super Sonic in some way. Before Sonic Riders' release in 2006, Nintendo Power revealed that II would be a playable character in the game. However, the magazine also started a rumor that Mario would be playable in the GameCube version of Riders. This was ultimately proven false. But they weren't the only Nintendo magazine to post falsehoods about Sonic. In February 2010, Gamer magazine claimed Sonic would be playable in Super Mario Galaxy 2, with Sonic levels appearing in Green Hill Galaxy. The magazine cited an anonymous insider for these claims, who was clearly misinformed or lying. In June 2011, details emerged from a supposed rep of Sega Mexico. In a chat room, the rep posted details about some Sonic games. They stated the Sonic Storybook series was part of a trilogy, implying a third game similar to Secret Rings and Black Knight was in the works. The rep also teased a game in the Sega Superstars series, and when asked about Tails getting his own game, they said something like a Sonic Adventure 3 DS. I think that would be a great idea. Clearly, none of this was true. Other rumors around this time stated that Sonic Generations would be coming to PS Vita and Nintendo's Wii U. However, these versions never surfaced. Also in 2011, rumors of a new Sonic game titled Sonic Dimensions began circulating. The game supposedly had Sonic split into multicolored copies of himself after an incident with one of Dr. Eggman's machines. The colors were red, orange, purple, green, and yellow, in addition to the original blue. Each would have different attributes, such as the red Sonic being able to create explosions but having low speed and jump height, and purple Sonic having psychic powers similar to Silver. The game was also set to have 2D gameplay with mechanics very similar to those of classic Sonic titles. Sega was said to be collaborating with Nintendo on the game, leading to speculation it would be a Wii U exclusive. There's no evidence a game like this ever existed. In July 2012, rumors surfaced that Sonic Adventure 3 was in production again. Further speculation arose when several web domains were discovered, including sonicadventure3.com, .net, .org, .info, .fr, and .eu. Although these domains seem like evidence for the game's existence, Sega may have bought them just to have them, which isn't uncommon for game companies. In January 2013, rumors emerged that Sega would soon reveal a new Sonic game named Sonic Excursion. Rumors circulated on 4chan describing a game that switched between full 3D and 2.5D side-scrolling sections. Levels had multiple routes and exits, and each character could access parts of the stage others couldn't. Players started the game as Sonic, but unlocked more characters as they went, unlocking around 10 characters by the end. The game was leaked by Wentos, a leaker who accurately predicted numerous games before, including Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations. Wentos claimed Excursion played similarly to Generations, and that the first level was named Shattered Heights. The game would apparently be released for all platforms, including a console called Xbox Infinite. The game's 3DS version would be a Sonic Rush-styled game that was similar in concept but smaller in scope. However, there's no evidence the game ever existed. Later in 2013, a game called Sonic Thunderstorm or Sonic Blue Thunder was rumored to exist. This game had a new character named Sonic the Hedgehog, and most of the recurring Sonic cast would have teenage clones of themselves. This game would be similar to Sonic Colors, but have 4 different story modes and see the return of Chao Gardens. As you might expect, the game never surfaced. In May 2015, rumors of a new Sonic title surfaced once again. This was due to Orbot's German voice actor Romanus Furman updating his resume to include a game called Sonic Mach 2. No other info was given about the game besides a 2015 release. To get more info, fans messaged Sonic developer Takashi Iizuka on Facebook. Iizuka's messages were somewhat vague and seemed to deflect more than confirm or deny anything. After a few Sonic fan sites reported on the rumor, Furman removed the game from his resume. As Sonic Runners released in 2015 and had Orbots in it, it's possible that Sonic Mach 2 was an early name for Runners. But without confirmation, it could all be a mistake that led to rumors. In early 2018, rumors of a Sonic Heroes remake circulated on 4chan. The rumor said that Sonic Team was working on a Sonic Heroes remake for some time, with it being developed alongside Sonic Forces. It would be a timed exclusive on the PS4, with Xbox, Switch, and PC versions following 4 months later. The game was said to have a graphical overhaul resembling a more refined version of Seaside Hill from Sonic Generations. The game would also include an online time trial leaderboard, and a new team where players can insert Sonic Forces avatars. Players could even import their Forces avatars into Heroes. A leak around the same time said Forces 2 was in the works. None of these games surfaced, however. In late 2019, someone alleging to be a Sega of America employee took to 4chan, talking about a game called Sonic Rift. This was supposedly Sonic's 30th anniversary game, and was the first in a two-part volume, with the second game releasing on Sonic's 35th anniversary. The 35th anniversary game would be Sonic Adventure 3, and bring back every villain and act as both a finale and a setup for a new continuity. Other games would release between two titles, such as Sonic Mania 2 and possibly Sonic 5. Dimps had apparently been contacted about making a new Sonic Rush title that'd be exclusive for Switch called Sonic Rush Infinity. If you're thinking this sounds laughably hopeful, you're right. None of these games surfaced. Fans had always hoped that the Sonic Adventure games would receive a sequel or be remade, and in early 2020, speculation turned into full-blown rumors. The rumors stated that Sega was preparing a Sonic Adventure-themed music event, which would take place sometime later that year. Sonic fan site TSSZ was tipped off that singer-songwriter Eizo Sakamoto would be singing Open Your Heart at the event, and they were even sent 2 MP3s of Sakamoto singing for the song. This is noteworthy as Sakamoto performed Open Your Heart when Sonic Adventure was first revealed. The rumored event was also said to feature new artwork of Sonic in a pose from Sonic Adventure DX with updated graphics. In April the previous year, former Sonic Team artist Hiroshi Nishiyama also had been rehired. Again, this is noteworthy, as Nishiyama worked on Adventure as lead field artist. Not only this, but in late 2018, Takashi Iizuka himself told Retro Gamer he'd like to remake the game, saying, "It was the very first 3D game that we worked on, and looking at it now, I can see the rough edges it has, which really makes me want to remake it again." The music featuring Sakamoto, Nishiyama being rehired, and Iizuka's comments have all led fans to believe a Sonic Adventure game may be announced in 2020. But if we've learned anything throughout the course of this video, it's to not get our hopes up. Did you also know that many false rumors were spread about Waluigi appearing in both Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine? Or that a prominent games industry leaker was tricked into releasing fake information about Smash Bros. Ultimate? Check out the Did You Know Gaming videos on Mario rumors and Super Smash Bros. Rumors for more.